Good morning, apes. It's the trusty ape in the morning. It is 8 a.m. It's lovely Wednesday, the 14th of August, 2024. I am, yesterday was fucking tough. Got pretty tough, but got through it. I see some folks are live. We got Ace Theo, Layman Seminary, Brantley the Punk Apostate, Dear Woke Christian is also live. We're going to watch some news updates here real quick. And we'll check out some other stuff. I'll only be on for a little bit this morning. But wanted to update and refresh on some news. Gaia.
To fight for your neighbors. We know it is joyful to want to live in a peaceful and equitable world.
Democratic Representative Ilhan Omar won the primary in Minnesota's 5th Congressional District. She fended off a challenge for Minneapolis City Council member Don Samuels and two others. Omar, who's part of a progressive congressional group nicknamed The Squad and is known for her outspoken criticism of Israel, won with over 56% of the vote. The race was closely watched after two of her fellow Squad members were toppled in their primaries earlier this summer. Following the lead of National Democrats, Omar emphasized the positive in her victory speech.
We run the politics of joy because we know it is joyful to fight for your neighbors. We know it is joyful to want to live in a peaceful and equitable world.
That's interesting that she's critical of Israel, because she's very critical of Islam as well, I think is what she's generally known for. But yeah, as I say, there's no good guys in that fight. Twisted torture murder trial. Oh, fucked again. Teachers caught up in OnlyFans controversy.
You know what I need right now? Someone to take me to dinner and then bring me home and have it for dessert.
Porn was not included in this high school teacher's extracurricular activities.
Hey girls, wanna go take the top off?
Oh, yeah. This is for all the blue-collar men out there.
I'm going as a sexy teacher.
But for Brianna Coppage, her unexpected career change has turned out pretty successful.
I made several $100,000 in the first month or so.
Several $100,000.
Yeah.
So multiples of what you were making before.
Oh yes. In the last year I made about $2 million. So
$2 million?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going back to DJ.
No.
So this is the studio.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is where I work during the day.
Where the magic literally happens.
Right?
OnlyFans, the exclusive subscription-based platform, has become a full-time job for Brianna.
Is it this four-wheeler? Is this from OnlyFans money?
It is.
Not bad. Last fall, Brianna was a high school English teacher. in suburban St. Louis.
My favorite part was teaching Shakespeare. I mean, the kids loved it. So we did Romeo and Juliet. We did things like
It's just fucking. Oh my god. People are fucking off the hook, dude. Off the hook. We see where this is going. ISL trial. I don't know what that's all about. Oh yeah, let me see what's going on, if anything, over here. It's early. It's early. Good morning, William. Christian Carpenter. Big love to everybody. So yesterday was, dude, just a shitstorm. A fucking shitstorm. I'm still trying to figure out kind of how to proceed today. So, no big changes. Just got to keep doing my thing over here. But, in short, I had to make some tough decisions. And one of them included, kind of cutting somebody off, which was difficult. And then from there, I'm dealing with some difficulties with my medical provider and disability, and trying to get my motherfucking movie check. So right now, the money is getting held up, and then after all that, I came home and I had this fucking situation pop up that at home that I don't know how to deal with, and it was like every little thing was just messing with me yesterday. So trying not to like pop off, I got like 3 weeks under my belt now. I just want to get, just keep making progress and not fucking with these bitches, What's up, bro Joe? Good to see you. Good morning. So yeah, like just trying to keep my cool. It's like everything is riding on my fucking nerves, and just learning to deal with these experiences, and deal with life, and feel what I'm feeling and not react to it. It's fucking challenging, man. It's challenging, and handle it appropriately. I'm going to be able to handle it at all. So that's where I'm at. So I have a pretty full day today. I've got a couple hours of programming, and then I got to go do some under the table work and do my commitment tonight. And then after that, I'm going out to look at this place. So yeah, it's going to be pretty full day, and not looking forward to it. I've really just been wanting to sleep lately. I didn't want to wake up this morning. I don't want to do shit. I just want to keep sleeping. Test your stones.
Here's the big secret about women. We want you to flirt with us. We even want you to get sexual with us, desire us. But here's the thing about women and flirting that every man needs to know, especially you.
I'm fucking dying right now. So the last woman I was seeing, oh no, no, I won't even get into that right now. But it's been fucking complicated. Women are complicated, but so are men. We're all fucking complicated. What am I talking about? Fucking apes.
told them she had marital problems. I guess so. According to the Pioneer Press, at the room, Chardon asked the boys their ages, and asked them if they were young enough to be and told they were young enough to be her kids. Chardon allegedly began talking about sex and stuff, and then got into bed with two of the boys and asked them about their sexual experiences. Chardon began sexual acts with two of the teens, while a third watched and asked them to perform sexual acts on her. Okay, I won't go any further than that, or risk of losing it. So there you have. That's Mrs. What's her name? Minnesota mother, Mrs. Chardon. There you go. All right, next. Okay, this is the one to watch for. Here we go. Missouri teacher Ricky Lynn Laughlin, 24, faces 20 years in prison for sending nudes to a 16-year-old student and inviting him over for sex while the husband was away. This was back in October of 2023, so it doesn't really fit in with the last 3 months. But
see, I don't know. She's 24. He's 16. I mean, technically, it's not legal. But I'd say, a 16-year-old young man would probably be, a lot of 16-year-old boys would probably not have a problem with that. They'd be like, oh, yeah. And it's funny because on the flip side of that, young girls are into their teachers too. And we tend to be more critical of older men with young girls than this type of situation. But now they're throwing the hammer down on these people. I wonder how long this type of shit's been going on, especially before the age of text messaging and, you had digital records of everything. And I wonder how she got caught. Maybe we'll find out.
The reason why it came to my attention was because she was arraigned during, I think it was February or March. So, now of course, hey, what's wrong with our society? Okay, well, let me explain to you exactly who Ricky Lynn is here. In fact, let me share this tab instead. I think I can do that. Can I? It's good. Okay. All right, here we go. Let me introduce you to Ricky Lynn. Okay, she's a winner here, man. Look at this. She's not bad looking, man. She what do you think? She make a hard 7, right? She's not too bad. I mean, she's not Access Vegas girl, but she's all right. Who is Ricky Lynn Laughlin, and what did she do? Missouri teacher charges explained. Here we go. Who is Ricky Lynn Laughlin? She's the cover model for our thumbnail today. Ricky Lynn Laughlin is a 25-year-old special education teacher from Missouri who has been accused of establishing inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old student. The teacher is an active user of social media. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Often sharing photos of herself and her family and engaging in activities such as horseback riding, posing with raffles, and displaying Trump flags. There it is. Oh, there she is. Look. All right. Not too bad.
Oh, she's a Trumper? Gross.
Married, 4. According to reports, the student alleged that Laughlin had sent him sexually or explicit photographs and requested inappropriate images from him. She is facing several allegations, including possessing child porn, influencing.
The student ratted her out.
Imagine witness that. And manipulating physical evidence. The teacher, who works with students with special needs, has been accused of meeting with a student. I hope he didn't have special needs. At her home to begin a romantic relationship while her spouse was away.
Oh shit! I thought I was muted. My bad. I'm not gonna lie. If I had been in that position, I probably would have done it. Not ratted her out, but the other one.
Laughlin is currently on a break while an investigation is currently on a break while the investigation is being conducted. Yeah, she's suspended. Okay, thank you. What did Ricky Lynn Laughlin do? Ricky Lynn Laughlin has been accused of sending her explicit photos to a 16-year-old boy. The police believe that the events may have taken place somewhere between September 8th and October 19th. She faces a series of charges, including possession of CP, tampering with a witness, tampering with physical evidence, attempted statutory rape. Finally, somebody's willing to say it. In the second degree, promoting obscenity in the first degree, and furnishing.
Is there an attempted statutory rape? See, I feel like it's just you did or you didn't. Like, I mean, yeah, you tried to solicit, but if there's no physical contact, I don't know. That seems a little off.
On materials to a minor. Got it. According to the accusation, Laughlin was the one using persuasion, as confirmed by Mary's County Sheriff's Office. The student's behavior, on the other hand, consisted of repeatedly making excuses to avoid the situation. Officials suspected that the teacher had used Snapchat to communicate with the 16-year-old student at the start of the academic year. Well, I would explain the September, right? Also alleged that Laughlin ultimately kissed the student in classroom. After police investigation,
This whole thing sounds just like a porno gone bad, though.
It was discovered that the teacher had sent explicit videos of herself using adult toys. Laughlin persistently pressured the student to send her nude photos until he finally gave in. Later, Laughlin instructed him to remove the material she had sent due to the speculation from others. The boy complied and removed most of the content, but retained some and presented it to the authorities. There you go. Let's whip through here. This is our good. She's such a good girl, right? I mean, look, Ricky Lynn Laughlin. All right. So I just want to show you some of the photos here of what we're talking about. They all tend to fit a. Let me start sharing. There you go. They all tend to fit a certain.
Man, yeah. I don't know. The world's a crazy place. Crazy, crazy place. Yeah, I don't think, I don't know if I would have done it or not. I was 17, had a woman in her 30s. 16 is the age of consent in some states, yes. Good morning, Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Good morning, Halsey. Oh, yeah, cool. Most pussy power. Indeed. In fucking deed. So when I was 17, I hooked up with my daughter's mom, who was 25 at the time. Let's see. And the woman I was with before that was like 23, 24. What's this? Oh yeah. I'll have to go over to YouTube chat to go open that. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, that's well, yeah, when I was let's see. Yeah, I dated an 18-year-old and a girl in her early 20s. Around age, yeah, I was about 16. And then I hooked up with my daughter's mom. Pretty much before that, I had just been with girls my age, but I've always been attracted to older women. And, for the most part, still am. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just a me thing. There's some exceptions to that. Oh, shit's freezing up on me now. It's getting bad. Keep sending me error messages. Okay, there we go. Open up the chat here. Doop 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 doop. Swimming or cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in my experience. That here. Shit, that's me. Just take fucking for okay. Where are the teachers like this when I was in high school? Exactly. I had a high school social studies teacher who was a fucking crazy feminist. She used to just get off on like shaming all the boys. It was terrible. I would never participate in her class. She was cute. But she was a nut job. Absolutely fucking bonkers. All of my female teachers were old grandmas. I had a few of those too. I had some in elementary that were pretty cute. You know, of course, I didn't know what to do with it in elementary. Remember, we had a teacher's assistant who was like a high school girl at one of my schools. And then, yeah, that was confusing. Undercover journalists film shady companies saying they have rigged 27 elections around the world. Whoa. Whoa, man. Let me put this up on screen. Let's see what this is all about.
George is the nickname, and I don't have a name. You saw what it said on the door, right?
No.
It says,
You guys already sound like fucking jokers. It's Jorge. What the fuck?
My name is
that's who we are. We're nothing.
They're calling these guys mercenaries? I think that's a stretch. Mercenaries fucking kill people, don't they?
30,000 bots. A bot is effectively a social media account, pretends to be human, but isn't.
Oh, I get hit by these bots all the time now. And like some of them are just like porn bots. They're like trying to redirect me to other fucking sites. But then I'll get the ones that are clearly like fake profiles, but it'd be like some, fucking hot chick who's like a Trump supporter. But I know, like, that's, if it's a real fucking person or whatever, it's like a duplicate of their profile or something. And they'll try to hit me up. The other ones I keep getting are probably scammers. I don't know. It's like I get crazy bots on social media, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Let's make one candidate together. Isla Sawyer. Let's say I don't like the name. It's not. Oh, Sophie Wilde. I like the name. British. Already she has email, date of birth, everything. Now I want to put an image set.
I'm searching for her pictures. Let's see. No, I don't like that. She doesn't look Canadian. I'm not going to tell you. I have to kill you later. I don't want to do that, Then we have to try to party in the snacks.
Our investigation pointed to Team Jorge's work in countries.
It's funny because he didn't sound like he was joking about that. Yeah, I'll kill you later. Trash your body. Damn. Yeah. I see these all the fucking time. Good morning. Look at the trees and Cryptomeria. Good to see you. Yeah, I don't know if, the fact of disinformation is definitely an issue, but the fact that people don't check sources, don't look for, don't look up the information, they just repost on social media and assume that it's true, no matter which side it's on. It's like, because there's all kinds of memes spreading false information out there, and people just run with it. Like, I've seen debates where people will use like stats that they got off of a fucking Twitter post or something, and they never bother to go and check it out. And it's pretty fucking crazy. "8:30 a.m. My V8 steady energy drink made with black and green tea is kicking in. I'm trying to drink these because they're supposed to be healthier than the rock stars I usually kick it with. So I'll probably end up going to get one anyway. Hey, good morning, Silverwolf. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm trying to fight the impulse to contact this person. It was like, whatever, we had a little thing going on. It's interesting because this person I was seeing like claimed to be celibate, and I thought that seemed like a good thing. At the time I was like, okay, that's healthy. And but then slowly but surely, like over time, I noticed that they were just seeking out more and more male attention. And I'm like, okay, so is that your thing? Like, if you're not like gonna be with a dude, you're just gonna see how much attention you can get from dudes without like, I don't know. It just seemed really sketchy to me. I think it's like a whole different psychological game. And I just don't want to be part of that. So I was like, you know what? I'm good on whatever you're doing. And then they got really mad at me. They act like I was being a dick. I was like, no, I'm just not going to invest my energy into that, you know? So yeah, it's just the decision I had to make for me. I was like, there's something really weird going on over here. And I just need to pull out, pull out. Yeah. So I did, and I'm still having a difficult time with it because I put some emotional energy into that, and I'm like, okay, this is not where I need to be focused right now. So, yep, back to the drawing board.
When you have these woke revolutions, it requires all of us at some point to say, no, not going to do this.
Uh-oh, it's a woke revolution.
They have to know what the Constitution is. They have to know what the First Amendment.
Now, you think that atheism then is the answer to Black people?
It certainly is.
Why do you believe that religion has held Black people back? Hasn't it always been the foundation in the Black community?
In Maryland in 1695, the first laws were passed to prohibit Black people from assembling. By 1809, Blacks were allowed to assemble under the supervision of a white person. By 1843, those laws said that, all right, Blacks could worship under the supervision of a white person. Now, this took out all the possibilities of different societies, drama societies. In Baltimore, it was a little more liberal. They says, okay, you may have your meetings, but under the supervision of a policeman who will report to the mayor. By 1946, after I imagine Black people decided, oh yeah, well, we're going to make so many societies, won't be able to keep track of us. The law was passed, no social clubs, no moral societies,
But that's
no
state,
drama
isn't it?
clubs.
How did speak to the churches holding back blacks?
I'm saying that for a long time, church was the only alternative. It's inhibited our development in other areas, scientific areas. And the church certainly didn't put up much of a fight. They want black people to be submissive and obedient. And so do the religious rightists. They're afraid of human individuality. They're afraid of what might happen. They think humans are wild animals. They think humans are not capable of living in society.
Okay, as mentioned, we've been joined in the studio audience by Father Carl Fisher. And Father Fisher, I'd like to ask you, considering a lot has been said, but if you could direct yourself to some of the discussion that we've had so far from the Catholic Church's point of view.
First of all, I'd like to mention that the reason I'm in the audience, not up on the set, is because Ms. Clark objected to my being seated up there. I think that in itself indicates that Ms. Clark does have some sense of moral code or some kind of values that she would, in effect, deny really existed. I think she made the statement that people are born atheists. I think that we can see from human reason that that is not true. It is innate within the human person, within the human personality, that there is an awareness of God.
Then why do we need Bible schools? Why do we need Sunday schools? Why do we need church? We already have it. You're saying we don't need these sermons. We don't need the word to tell us how to live. We've already got it. I think that's
the very
true,
fact that a man can know of the existence of God from human reason is the point I'm making. The whole meaning of Gnosticism is the fact that agnostics feel that we cannot demonstrate from reason the existence of God. Persons who possessed minimal rational thinking ability can come to a conclusion that God does indeed exist. It is.
No. I hate wasps for days. Over here looking like Dr. Doolittle. Do you get stung? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Do what's right for me. Yeah, you gotta be able to focus attention in a positive direction, and anything that's not doing that, it's like, whatever. It can feel good and still be wrong, right? It's like a drug.
It is innate within the human personality. From the very point of reason, we can come to realize that there is an order within the universe. That if you don't mind, I'm speaking, please. But of course,
order in the universe exists. Natural laws exist. It does not mean a God necessarily created that order. I can look at a flower and say, isn't it beautiful? A God must have made it. That is jumping to conclusions.
Who do you think created that flower then?
That flower grew from a seed.
And where did the seed come from?
The seed came from the parent of the flower. And
where did that come from?
I don't know.
Obviously, you don't know, and that's exactly your problem.
Where did everything come from? Explain it to me. Otherwise, God. Yeah, it's just fully loaded. Fully loaded. They should have just set him up for a debate.
I'm not going to make up stories about it. I'm going to admit that I don't know the answer, and I'm going to continue to explore this world and find out.
The Greek writer Socrates said, the beginning of wisdom is the admission of ignorance. So I'm happy to hear that you don't know. I think that we have many sources, those of us who believe in God, to certainly support and to deepen what we know is a fact that God does indeed exist. We know from divine revelation.
Your sources are all in the Bible. Like, there's no other sources.
The historical person of Jesus Christ.
Would you
the
please
historical
tell me
person of Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is not a historical person. Father, please. The main issue
what's easily asserted is easily denied.
is that the irrational beliefs of religion should not be foisted upon all citizens. You're free to believe if you like. However, I do not wish to live under your narrow codes of lifestyle, which says that I must have a man over me to support me, which says that I am a sinner and not worthy of perfection, not even worthy of striving and think of trying for it, not to believe that this world is coming to an end and it doesn't matter. When Black people have rage, the church suppresses that rage. It says, accept. That's wrong. Black people's rage should be channeled to changing the conditions that cause injustice. And I really resent the attempt of religionists to suppress.
Okay,
the
we'll
feelings
come
of
back and
injustice,
continue this in just a minute.
which
We do have to
are
take a break.
certainly
Please stay with us.
justified.
Be right back.
You have to take a break. What's true fear? Yeah, did not want to wake up this morning. Just not feeling it. I started watching this movie last night. It's called Blue Monkey, also known as Insect. It's pretty awful. It's like a cheesy late 80s horror flick. But I love shit like that. I'm pretty sure I've seen it a long time ago, but I found it on Tubi. I was trying to look up another movie that I heard some guys talking about last night, and that one wasn't available on Tubi, and so I landed on this one. So it's like, this movie's pretty ridiculous, though. It's fun. It's just like it sounds. It's about a giant insect that basically gets loose in a hospital, and yeah, it's pretty fucking off the hook. Yeah, I've only got another day left with this hotspot, and I'm gonna have to return it. So, yeah, not looking forward to that. Masterclass. You know, those can be taught by morons. Oh no, it's a spiral. Spiraling out of control.
So, Dr. Mack, we've pretty much reached now.
Yes.
In the cosmic timeline, right?
Yeah, we got into
Right. And the universe now is just.
Oh no, it's buffering a whole awful lot. So I found a quote. Actually, a quote was sent to me from John Green that I had never seen before. I think is great. These guys are amazing. But so this was sent to me by one of my sober groups. Talking to a drunk person is like talking to an extremely happy, severely brain damaged 3-year-old. That's a quote by John Green. I love it. Dude's hilarious. All right, let's see. Put this on for a minute. I'm gonna see if I can put a video up here to show y'all. So it might take me a minute, but I'll be right back.
Just tell me this, whether it's true or not. Stable ish.
You said ish at the end of that, right?
I did.
Yeah. Then totally.
We've reached the present in our journey through the history of the entire universe, but continue moving forward in our timeline. I have a few big questions that I haven't had a chance to ask Dr. Mack yet, so we're going to try to get those answered today. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was a timeline of our understanding of this stuff. It's something that's
And of course, like as soon as I go to do this, my phone starts getting all squirrely. I really, really need to get a new phone here. All right, let's see if it's gonna let me do it now. Okay. Yeah, so my phone's just doing some crazy shit because the screen is like all busted up. Okay, I think that's better.
come up in some of the initial conversations from our listeners, some of the feedback that we've been. And by the way, thank you all for your kind comments and wonderful questions. It's been awesome to see the response to the pod. But this is quite new. Like it's so. This is one of the things I've learned about cosmology is that you've got to zoom in and out on time scales so much. We can things are going to be pretty stable for the next billion years.
Yeah.
On the galactic scale, but definitely not on the solar system scale. And definitely not on the human scale, right? Like we've only been around 250,000 years. If we make it to the point where the sun is a problem, success that would be.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I was thrilled if our biggest threat is solar.
Right.
Because that would mean that we are tens or hundreds of millions of years from now.
Yeah.
I've been reading and writing a lot about infectious disease over the last 5 years. So my time for how we and think about the stars and our relationship to them really begins in what some historians have called the calamitous 14th century. When
all right, well, lots and lots of buffering there. I'm just gonna go ahead and link this somewhere down here in the box. Yeah, you call it out, and now it starts working. It's like you can hear me. always recommend Crash Course. They've got a bunch of good videos on like every subject you can think of. All right, and here's a little clip from my beach day. Ah, 'twas a beautiful day. 'Twas a beautiful beach. We laughed, we cried. No, it was pretty awesome. So we walked. I don't know if you could see it out there in the distance, but we walked the length of the beach all the way down to where that lighthouse is, and there's like a little break and like a lagoon, a little inlet where the ocean meets the river. And yeah, it's a really really cool spot. So definitely recommend it if you're out in California. Definitely want to go up that Highway 1 along the coastline. It's beautiful out there. All right, do a little bit of reading. Trying to read daily from this site. It's stoicrecovery.com. Links down below in the description. The Invisible Cycle of Hades. Published by John C. Gentner, June 11th, 2018. This is a guest post by our friend and member Donovan Gherkin. One issue that I've always battled is the nuisance of anxiety. It is always there, pushing my thoughts to the negative and embedding me with fear. Alcohol was my only resolve, yet alcohol exasperated the anxiety tenfold, day in and day out. Thus the invisible cycle of Hades. I take my two youngest children to daycare each day, 3 years old and 5 years old. Usually the half-hour commute is spent discussing Zelda with my 5-year-old Xander. Today, both were unusually quiet, until Xander blurted out, "I had a dream you got arrested, Daddy." For reasons beyond my comprehension, but probably due to past experiences, being arrested is a very real fear of mine. I'm a law-abiding citizen, proud father, and now your stereotypical dad that pop culture playfully pokes fun at. However, it really did happen to me a few times for drinking. It was horrible and served as a deterrent to obey the law eventually. The fear remains, though. What if I have some warrant that I don't know about? What if, what if, what if? The obsession continues, and on and on and on. Pre-Stoic Donovan would have handled this in one way, and one way only. For starters, I would be too drunk to take my kids to daycare, leaving the responsibility to my wife. I would start drinking beer to squash the anxiety and depression and irrational thoughts in the mid-afternoon. I would remain functional and coherent until the kids were in bed, and my wife went to bed alone upstairs. I'd then start drinking heavier, reflect on the past, relive moments where I should have done this or that, stood up for myself, punched so-and-so in the face, took the time to help that person that needed it. Maybe immolating in my mind the life of Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting while watching the movie for the 1,000th time, polishing off my 16th beer and placing the next one in the freezer to get it just right. Possibly crying, listening to songs that provoked suppressed feelings, attempting to mix them with some obscure instrumental on the turntables, envisioning it being recognized by the millions and millions of people listening to it, that my pain is real. I'm trying to translate it to you in a universal language we all understand but choose to ignore. I'm just misunderstood. Please pay attention. And then I'd wake up on the couch, head to the porch, take a piss and smoke a cigarette, and repeat. Wasting away a life dependent on by many but not grasped by the very person in control of it, and too drunk and blind to recognize my reality. I'd then figure out if I was going to order Indian food that conveniently delivered beer or directly from the liquor store. I couldn't drive, both physically and mentally, so bring the siren tit to me, loyal servant. But then my address was labeled as undeliverable by both. Apparently, they felt I was abusing their system of enabling. Ironically, the very foundation of one of the business concepts, yet my addictive needs were spent. My only solution was to drive to get my solution, which was unrealistic in my mindset. A friend of mine posted a random quote from the meditations on Instagram and related it to sobriety. He willingly gave up alcohol for a few months and said that Marcus helped him in doing so. I remember the name and book from college and couldn't sleep, so Googled it. I then bought it, and then slowly translated it into my daily life. It by far wasn't a perfect and seamless transition, but slowly it all came together. The years of stigma sobriety quickly washed away. I developed my path and kept my life. I became an actual parent, a husband, a brother, a son, a contributor to the good around me. I became me. So today, I thankfully managed to get both kids to daycare and took 5 minutes in the car before leaving the school to meditate. Meditation could have its own write-up with practices and disciplines, but I define it personally as to what works for me. I opened my iPhone note section, pulled up the folder of my saved quotes about control, and read, "What good do I get then? What greater good do you look for than this? You are shameless and shall be self-respecting. You are undisciplined and shall be disciplined. Untrustworthy and you shall be trusted. Dissolute and you shall be self-controlled. If you look for greater things than these, go on doing as you do now. Not even a god can save you." Epictetus. I took deep breaths, focused, and slowly relaxed. What is in my control at this moment? What is my purpose? Yes, I can't control the outside forces pushing these negative thoughts, but I can control how I react to them. And what do I have to fear? Am I going to let those irrational fears impede me in my life? No. It is like taking fear on a global level, dissecting it, and taking my slice of responsibility. That slice is mine. I am accountable for it, and the rest can go to all of you. I'm not going to worry about it. None of the latter is in my control, only my slice. It is a daily struggle, but one I embrace, accept, and grow from daily. Stoicism saved my life. And on that note, I have a writing assignment too on this lovely third step, which I had a lengthy conversation with my sponsor about yesterday, among other things. And so, you know, as I discovered quite some time ago here with Deconverted Man, you know, my deity can be logic, my God, whatever. So we'll recite the third step prayer to logic. It's from Alcoholics Anonymous, of course, with my own twist. Logic, I offer myself to thee, to build with me and do with me out as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. And I will put that here in the side chat. You got stung up to 30 times, Christian Carpenter? Sorry, I just saw that. That's crazy. Crazy. And actually, I'm going to have to go and recopy this for myself. Thank you, Crypto Maria, and I hope you have a great day as well. And I hope everybody has a great day. You know, be kind, be well, have crazy hair, and stay trusty. And maybe I'll see you around next time. Bye-bye.
If you think a woman you having issues with a woman, just say, why are you having an issue with me?
Oh, we got B.S. Lewis. The problem of Jim Bob solved. Is that another atheist? Is that
You see, with women, you do what they do.
It's a monkey see, monkey do attitude.
And they don't even seem like monkeys anymore. It's like, God damn it. They've been too humanized.
They're so weird, man. You can't figure them out.